Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to my channel. It's Kid Woman here. I'll be doing another reading out for you guys. So, I'm so glad you can join me. If you came to the right place. So hereby, I have got the book I can read to you. This is Walt Disney's Dumbo, the Flying Elephant. It is published by Disney's Wonderful Reading and Gorilla Book Edition. So shall begin to read to you guys. So sit back, relax and enjoy. The circus had came to town. All the circus people were getting ready for the show, while the Ringmaster gave orders. The workmen put up the last big tent. The circus animals were busy too. The mother leopard licked her new cub. The mother camel was proud of her new baby. And the mother seal was happy her baby had came. But one animal was not happy. Mrs. Jumbo, the elephant, had been waiting a long time for her baby. But so far, he had not arrived. Then one day, the little elephant was born. All the elephants came to admire him. "He's so sweet," said the proud mother. "I wonder what I should name him." Suddenly, the baby sneezed. Choo! And his ears flew up in the air. All the other elephants laughed when they saw how big his ears were. "How funny he looks. I'd call him Dumbo. He looks like a Dumbo." And Dumbo was a name that stuck. But Mrs. Jumbo loved her new baby. "To me, you are the most beautiful elephant in the circus," she told him. "I know you will be a star someday." The next day, the circus paraded through town. A band played as the elephants marched in a line. Dumbo was the smallest, so he was at the end of the line. One child pointed at Dumbo's big ears, but the little elephant didn't mind. He was happy to be a part of a parade. Then suddenly, Dumbo stumbled. First, he stepped on his right ear. Then he stepped on his left ear. And finally, he fell flat on his face. All the children laughed. Dumbo was very sad. "You will never be a circus star that way," one of the elephants told him. Then the boy shouted, "What a clumsy elephant!" This made Dumbo's mother very angry. She picked up the boy with her trunk and shook him. "Help, help!" he screamed. Oh, thought Dumbo. "That's going to be trouble." And trouble there is. People began to run away and screaming, "Wild elephant! Wild elephant!" The keeper came and put the chain on Mrs. Jumbo's leg. He led her away to the small cage. "Now you won't be able to make any more trouble," he said. "Don't take her away," cried Dumbo. It was all my fault." But the keeper didn't listen. He shoved Mrs. Jumbo into the cage and locked the door. She looked out sadly at her son. Be a good little elephant, Dumbo. The other elephants were upset. They got together to decide what to do about Dumbo. He can't be a part of our act, said one. He just makes people laugh. Make him a clown, then, said another. So Dumbo was sent to work with the clowns. Then they gave him a ruffled collar, and they painted his face in a funny way. This made Dumbo very sad. He wanted to be an elephant, not a clown. That evening, the elephants performed without Dumbo. When they were done, the clowns rushed in dressed as firemen. They had a fire engine, a ladder and a hose, a net and the tub of water. But where is Dumbo? Dumbo was in the burning house. Jump, Dumbo, jump, shouted the clowns. Even though the flames were not real, Dumbo was afraid. But finally Dumbo jumped. The clowns held tight to the net. Hooray, they shouted, you were wonderful. But he didn't feel wonderful. He missed his mother, and he still didn't want to be a clown. The next day, Timothy, the circus mouse, found Dumbo looking sad. Don't be unhappy, he said. I will be your friend. I will find a way to help you. Those big ears must be good for something. Maybe I can teach you how to fly with them. Timothy took Dumbo to the woods. There, he made a way out of a log and a board. Just flap your nose hard and jump off, he shouted. 3 crows sat on a branch and watched. Dumbo flapped his ears hard and jumped. He fell flat on the ground. He'll never be able to fly, he said. But clever Timothy had another idea. He picked up the crow's feather and handed it to Dumbo. Take this, he said. It is magic. Just hold it in your trunk and jump. So Dumbo jumped in the air and flapped his ears. And all the time he held tight to the feather. Suddenly he was flying. Goodbye, Dumbo, said Timothy. The 3 crows could not believe their eyes. Higher and higher he flew. The green hills and yellow farmhouse were far below him. Look at him go, squealed the crow with glasses. Now Dumbo would be a star of the circus, Timothy said to the crow in the purple hat and vest. Dumbo was so happy. That night, Dumbo sat in the burning house again, but this time Timothy was riding in his hat, and in his trunk was a magic feather. Jump, shouted the clowns down below. Fly, whispered Timothy. Dumbo flew into the air. But just then, the feather slipped out of Dumbo's trunk. Help, I'm falling. I can't fly without my feather, cried the little elephant. Timothy quickly jumped out of her hat and slid down to Dumbo's trunk. Dumbo, Dumbo, he shouted, that feather isn't magic. You can't fly without it. Really? Said Dumbo. Yes, said Timothy. Hurry up, flap those ears and fly. The little elephant began to flap his ears as fast as he could. Up, up, up he sailed to the top of the circus tent. I can fly, cried Dumbo, even without my feather. Hooray! Shouted Timothy. From his seat in Dumbo's hat. Now you are the real circus star. Can you hear the people cheering? The crowd was cheering. See the amazing elephant, flying elephant, shouted the Ringmaster as Dumbo flew over his head. Dumbo made a perfect landing right in the front of the other elephants. Well done, Dumbo, they said. Dumbo, you are so good, said the Ringmaster, that I will give you anything you want. Dumbo knew right away what he wanted. Please let my mother out of the cage, she said. The Ringmaster agreed to let Mrs. Jumbo out. Do you know your son is a circus star? He said to her. Are you really? Asked Dumbo. Yes, mother, I can fly. Mrs. Jumbo was so proud of her son. At last, Mrs. Jumbo and her son were together again. She patted Dumbo with her trunk. I knew you would be a star someday, she said. Yes, but I couldn't have done it without my friend, Timothy, said Dumbo. Timothy smiled. He could ask for a better friend than a flying elephant. He hoped that he and Dumbo would be friends for a long time. The end. So, something quite interesting about classic Disney's Dumbo was inspired by original 1941 classic Disney film. So please leave your comments down below and give a thumbs up if you enjoy it. So I'd like to thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification, and don't miss out on future videos. So I'll see you soon. Please stay tuned and hope you see you soon.